Okay guys, this is the second video of linear law. In this video, I want to teach you how to use a set value of x and y that are not linearly related to make them become linearly related and predict the equation of y in terms of x. And also I will teach you how to predict I will teach you to predict what variables to plot to make a non-linear function into a linear function. Okay, let's begin. Okay, look at this example number 1. The table shows two quantities x and y which are connected by an equation of the form 1 over y equals to a square root of x plus b. So the original equation is given, but a and b is not given, yeah. And then the table of x and y is also given. The first instruction is to plot 1 over y against root x. Okay, we know that these equations 1 over y equals to a root x plus b is not a linear function. So if we draw the graph will be not a straight line, yeah. But if we follow the instruction, if we plot 1 over y against root x, the graph will be a straight line. Okay, let's begin by creating a table that necessary. Okay, for example number 1, the question wants us to plot 1 over y against root x. So I have to make a table of root x and 1 over y. Okay, how to find root x? To find root x, you have to look at the value of x. The first value of x is 0.5. So take your calculator and then write root of 0.5. The result is 0.71. So I write 0.71 right here. Okay, and then for 1 over y. 1 over y, look at y. The first y is 1.61. To calculate 1 over y, write 1 over 1.61 at your calculator, and then you will get 0.62. And so on for the second value, third value, fourth value, and the rest. Okay, I will quick calculate it for you. Tada! This is the result after I quick calculate it for you. Okay, using my calculator. Okay, so what is that? 81.5. Wait, sorry, it should be 1.58. Okay, so we have a bunch of values now for root x and 1 over y. Look at the instruction, plot 1 over y against root x. Okay, so we have these points. The first point will be 0.71, 0.62, and the second is 1, 1.20. Let's try to plot this point into Cartesian. Okay, this is the Cartesian. Do not forget to write the axis. The axis will be 1 over y, and the x-axis will be root of x. Okay, let's try to plot the first point. The first point is 0.71, 0.62. I will assume that the point will be located at around right here. Okay, 0.71 and 0.62. Okay, it will not accurate since I don't have millimeter block. Maybe you have millimeter block, you can use it. Okay, 1 and 1.2, 1.2, some around right here, and then 1.2, 1.64, 1.2 and 1.64. It's around right here, and then 1.4, and then 2, 2 and so on, yeah. So after you plot these all points, you will have one straight line that connects all of the points. Nah, mine is a little bit not accurately because I told you before I don't have millimeter block in this application. So if you use your millimeter block or you use your ruler, you can draw the straight line accurately. Okay, let's label it. This is called y, big Y equals to mx plus c, right? Big Y and big X, not 1 over y, not root x. Okay, so to find now the second instruction, use the graph to estimate the value of a and b. So now we have to find a and b. How to find a and b? We have to find the original equation first from this one, big Y and big X. Okay, so the first step is you have to find the gradient. To find the gradient in this questions is a little bit hard if you use rise over run, except if you use millimeter block. If you use millimeter block, it's easy. But if you don't use millimeter block, let's use this formula: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Pick 2 points from the table. For example, point A, I will pick the 1, 1.2, and for point B, I pick 1.41, 2. Okay, this is called x1, and then y1, x2, and then y2. Let's plug it in into the gradient. y2, it is 2 minus y1, 1.2 over x2, 1.41 minus x1 is 1. And then we will have the gradient is 1.95. So I have the gradient now. When you have the gradient, you can write y equals to 1.95. Oh, sorry, I will write it first for you. Mx plus c, right? Since we have the gradient, we can put in the gradient mx plus c. Now we have to find the c. Okay, use one of the point. I will use 1, 1.2. So I put 1.2 at the y, and then 1.95 times x, the x is 1, plus c. And then I will get c equals to negative 0.75. Okay, I get the c negative 0.75, and then I can write the complete equation for the big Y. The big Y equals to 1.95 big X minus 0.75. After this, you can change the big Y into the given axis. Remember, the y-axis is 1 over y, so we change the big Y into 1 over y, and we change the big X into root x. Okay, 1.95 and then minus 0.75. There you go. After this, we have to find a and b, right? Look at the form that the question given. The form is 1 over y equals to ax, a root x plus b. I will copy this for you. Okay, so the question says 1 over y equals to ax plus a root x plus b. Yeah, look at this form. It's already the same, exactly the same. So we can conclude that the a is 1.95. So I can write a equals to 1.95, and the b is this one, right? Yeah, so b is negative 0.75. That's it. Okay, this is how to find A and B if it is asked. I already teach you how to plot the non-linear, the x and y, the value of x and y that are non-linear into a linear, a straight line, and then predict the equation and then find the value of A and B. Okay, let's look at example 2. Okay, the next is example 2. Look at example 2. Two variables are known to be related by the equation xy equals to a in the bracket x minus y plus b. Some values of the two variables are shown in the following table. We have the values of x and y. Okay, this is not linearly related. So if we draw the curve, the graph will be a curve, not a straight line. Okay, but the instruction says if we plot xy against x minus y, maybe it will become a straight line. We don't know yet, but let's try to find out. So the question wants us to plot the graph of xy against x minus y. If it is said so, the x-axis will be x minus y and the y-axis will be xy. Okay, so we have to calculate x minus y for each of the column. The x is 0 and the y is 2, so 0 minus 2 for x and y, it's 0 minus 2. 0 minus 2 equals to negative 2. And then the second part for xy, for this xy, it means x times y, so we have to times 0 and 2. 0 times 2, 0 times 2 equal to 0. And then for the rest is also the same. I will quickly calculate it for you. Tada! It's done. I already calculated for you. Okay, now let's try to plot these points into Cartesian. Okay, this is the Cartesian. Do not forget to write the axis. The axis for y-axis will be xy, and for the x-axis will be x minus y. Okay, and then we plot one by one. This point is negative 2, 0. Negative 2, 0 is right here. And then negative 0.64, 1, 64. Negative 0.64 around right here. And then 1.64 right here. Okay, and then 0.5, 3, 0.5, 3. And then 1.57 and 4.29 around here. Okay, and so on, and then you will get a straight line. A straight line, I mean like this. Okay, mine is not accurate because I only predict the location of the point. So if you have a ruler, you can use it to make it more accurate. Okay, it should be a straight line, or maybe I can do this. That's more like it. Okay, so let's label it. Label it y, big Y equals to m, big X plus c. Okay, as usual, we have to find the big Y, the gradient and the c. To find the gradient, I will prepare 2 points. I will choose negative 2, 0, and then I will choose the second point is 0.5, 3. Okay, let's use this one. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. As usual, name it first. x1, y1, x2, y2. Plug it in. 3 minus 0 over 0.5 minus 2. The result will be 3 over 2.5. 3 over 2.5 equals to 1.2. Okay, so we now have the gradient. We can write big Y equals to mx plus c. Let's change the gradient into 1.2 x plus c. Now we have to find the c. I will use negative 2, 0. 0 equals to 1.2 times x. The x is negative 2 plus c. So I will get 0 equals to negative 2.4 plus c equals to 2.4 positive. So now I have a complete y equals to 1.2x plus c. The c is 2.4. Yay! Now don't forget to change the big Y and the X with the axis. Okay, the axis is XY, so we have changed to the big Y into XY, and then 1.2 is the same, and then X change into X minus Y, and then plus 2.4. Now we have to find the A and B, right? I will copy the question for you. The question is xy equals to a in the bracket x minus y plus b. Okay, I will copy it right here. As you can see, the left side is already the same, but the right side is a little bit different. Yeah, so we have to make it similar. I have a trick like this. Okay, so I can multiply the a into the bracket, yeah, the distributive or commutative. Okay, xy equals to a times x minus y, so I can write a times x minus y, and then a times plus b. The result will be AB. Okay, now look at this expression and this expression. It's already the same, exactly the same. Now I can conclude that A equals to 1.2. A equals to 1.2. Yeah, because the position is already corresponding, and then the AB will be corresponding with 2.4. So I can write A times B equals to 2.4. Since the A is 1.2, I can write 1.2 times B equals to 2.4. I will get B equals to 2. There you go. I have A and B. Okay, next is example 3. Yeah, in example 1 and example 2, the instruction is guiding you to plot something with something. Yeah, but in real life there is no guidance, so you have to predict what you have to plot to make it linear. Okay, look at example number 3. The following function, number 1, y equals to 3x cubed minus 5. For each of the function, we can make them into a linear function by plotting blah 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 against blah blah blah. See? Yeah, you have to predict what you have to plot against what to make it linear. We know that for number 1, y equals to 3x cubed minus 5. This is a cubic function, so the graph will be a curve. But you can make it into straight line by plotting. How to do that? You have to make this original equation into y equals to mx plus c. As you can see it, the expression is similarly exactly the same, yeah, except for this one and this one. Yeah, I can say the gradient is 3 and the c is negative 5. So if the expression is already similar, you can say y, big Y will represent y, and the big X will represent x cubed. So we have to plot, we have to plot x cubed against y to make it straight line. Okay, what about number 2? Okay, number 2, we have y equals to 5 over x plus 3. We have to plot blah 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 against blah 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 to make it linear. Yeah, first we write y, big Y, equals to mx plus c. What do you think of this expression? Is it similar? Yeah, the y is similar, but this one is not really similar. Yeah. Okay, so we have to make it more similar. How? By doing this. I can separate the 5 and the x by writing like this: 5 times 1 over x plus 3, right? Okay, and then we have to compare again with y equals to mx plus c. Look at now it's already the same. We can say that the big Y is y and the big X is 1 over x. So what we have to plot? We have to plot y against 1 over x. There you go, to make it straight line. Okay, now is example 4. This is the harder questions. Yeah, example 3 easy questions, example 4 more harder. Look at the following functions: y equals to 1 over 2x squared plus 3. For each function we have to plot blah 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 against blah 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 to make it linear. 2x squared plus 3. Okay, this is a little bit hard because this expression is entirely different from y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, so we have to change this into more similar to y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, how? It's easy. I think I should make this 2x squared plus 3 go upside. So I flip the right side. As you know, if I flip the right side, I have to flip the left side also. So it will become, if we flip it, 1 over y equals to, if we flip 1 over 2x squared plus 3, it will become 2x squared plus 3. There you go. It is more similar with y mx plus c. Yeah, okay, so I know that y, big Y, will be 1 over y and big X will be x squared. So what do we have to plot? We have to plot y first, yeah, 1 over y against x squared to make it straight line. Okay, that's number. And then number 2, we have y equals to 3x minus 2 over x. We have to make it into a straight line, so we have to make the equation into y equals to mx plus c. It's different, yeah, because we have 2x right here. Yeah, so we have to make it single. How? I think by multiply all of them by x, yeah. Okay, let's try to multiply all of them by x, and then we will have yx equals to 3x squared minus 2. Okay, let's compare it again with y equals to mx plus c. Is it similar now? Yes, it's the same. Yeah. So big Y will represent yx, and the big X will represent x squared. So we have to plot yx against x squared. There you go. Yeah, that's how to predict what we have to plot to make it a straight line. Okay, this is example for number 2. If you already understand until here, you can start to do your task, or if you don't understand, you can continue watching my video number 3 and 4. Okay, let's try number 3. Okay, number 3 we have y equals to x over 2x plus 3. Okay, what do we have to do? We have to compare it with y equals to mx plus c. It's entirely different, yeah, different. So I have to change this into y equals to mx plus c to be more similar. How to do that? Maybe I can cross multiply this to here. So I have y in the bracket 2x plus 3 equals to x. Okay, and then I will try to move the y into the right side. So I will have 2x plus 3 without bracket because the y is already moved. 2x plus 3 equals to xy. Oh sorry, x over y, not xy, x over y, yeah, divide. Before it is multiplication, you move to the right side, it will become divide. Okay, now let's compare it again with y equals to mx plus c. Are they the same now? Oh yes, they are the same, this and this. So the big Y will represent x over y, and the big X will represent x. Okay, so what do we have to plot? We have to plot xy against x to make it a straight line. Okay, that's number 3. And then the last one is number 4. Number 4 we have y equals to 2 over x minus 2 root x. Okay, let's compare them. X plus c. Oh, it's different, yeah. Let's try to eliminate this x by times it with x, all of them. So it will become yx equals to 2 over x times x, the x will be gone, minus 2 root x times x, it will become 2x root x, yeah. Okay, and then we will compare it again with y equals to mx plus c. Okay, I will write it like this to be more similarly with the top. Okay, is it same? Yes, we have y represent yx, and then we have big X represent x root x. So we have to plot yx against x root x to make it a straight line. There you go guys, that is the second video of this chapter. I hope you like it and enjoy it and understand it. If you don't understand, as always, you can also always text me or maybe call me. Okay, see you again in the next video, part 3. I hope I can finish it at part 3. Okay, see you again guys, bye bye.